Hi and welcome to Study in Turku's alumni series, once again a series where we discuss with higher education alumni about their careers and their lives in general. And today we have Besnik here as our alumni, and you are an alumni from the
Turku University of Applied Sciences.
Yes, thank you. So I usually like to start off with the discussion with just a simple question. If you could, with your own words, tell us and the viewers a bit about your life and how you have ended up in the situation where you are at the moment.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So basically, in order for me to answer that question, we would need much more time than what we have today in use. However, long story short, I would say that in '99, as there was a war in Kosovo, we were forced to leave our houses, and through a refugee camp via North Macedonia, we landed up in Finland, and ever since then we have been living in Finland. First part of my life here was that we lived in a Western Finland, a very sympathetic and tiny city called Punkalaidun. And in 2001 we moved to Turku, and ever since we have, although I have had I did my exchange student in UK. So studied there one full academic year, but apart from that I have lived in Turku and really enjoyed living here.
So what would you say internationalization means to you specifically?
For me, internationalization is very big part of my life and big part of everything that I do and my values as well. So internationalization as such represents quite some of values of myself. Therefore, I wanted whatever I wanted to do, I had the requirement that yes, it has to be internationally part of the internationalizing process. Therefore, within Turku University of Applied Sciences, I understood at that time that it was an institute where one could get rather quickly internationalized due to the programs that they have, but also due to the fact that even at that time we had many international students. And also one of the elements was the knowledge that it happened that I knew that there were very good kind of wide programs to go abroad as well, which I took advantage at the end of the time and at the end of the day, and went to UK for one full academic year. One of the messages that I would like to give to people or to students in general is that please take full advantage of the opportunities that universities offer to go abroad, to see the world, to widen your view on many things.
So you already mentioned your career. You graduated, and then but how would you yourself describe your career, and when do you feel that it started? I mean, did you have a clear idea on where you wanted to go, or?
Well, I would say that again, no clear idea where I wanted to go, but it happens that some things they just click, and for me. Even before graduating from Turku University of Applied Sciences with my bachelor degree, because now I just recently graduated, or I earned my master's in business administration just recently.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But at that time, even before graduating, I already started working for ExxonMobil, and ever since then the company has offered me great opportunities to leverage my knowledge and also to boost my knowledge in that sense.
And I guess also, it's a big organization. There's a lot of different opportunities, a lot of different tasks one can do, and I guess it's also a good place, perhaps not only to start off, but also, evolve as a professional.
Fully agree with that, and that's what it is. We have a very large. It's a multinational company where there are large opportunities, great opportunities to develop your skills, and the organization also supports on that direction. So yes, happy to be part of the organization where I am today.
And you mentioned already, you had you wanted to have international experience and international knowledge. even during your studies, and I guess in your organization it's really needed. But I also guess it takes you around the world, and you get to see and experience a lot of different countries and a lot of different people.
Correct. Actually, the team I'm working in, we have team members from different culture, from different countries, and yes, there is traveling related to the role that I'm posing today, which helps me to see different countries, different culture, and come along with people with different values. But at the end of the day, I foresee that also apart from the culture when one is kind of raised, it's also the corporate culture which defines, like the way of doing business and conducting business. Although I have to say that even recognizing the fact that I've traveled and travel a lot for business as well, but still Turku is one of the greatest cities that I have seen and lived in.
As you mentioned, in the end, all roads lead back here to Turku, and you got to choose today where we're sitting. We're at the library. Why the library? What does this mean to you?
Well, library is first of all a great place to be, and it has a sense of relaxation. Although being a father of 3 kids, we do spend a lot of time here in the library, downstairs mainly. And it is a place where I have spent a lot of time during my studies, but then I'm happy that my kids as well are really enjoying here, so we visit the library quite often.
Yeah. If we think about Turku or the greater Turku area in general, what are kind of other places or things one should enjoy and kind of experience here besides the library?
Yes, so basically we have quite great places here, and of course I think that everyone kind of recognized the fact that the river is a beautiful walking around aside the river. But if there is one place that I would highly recommend, maybe it's because of also my background, as I used to play soccer and I do some sports as well still. I would name Kupitan Puisto. It's a very beautiful park that we have with a lot of opportunities. So.
Before we end our discussion, you already mentioned the part that people should seek out experience, international experience and so on. But are there any other tips or wisdoms that you would like to share with individuals who perhaps are in the same situation you were a few years ago, or perhaps are thinking along, the same lines as your experiences? Do you have any more, tips that you would like to tell them?
Yes. One of the tips is that I recognize the fact, talking about my own experience, that sometimes during the studies, you ask yourself that why I'm doing this, or what I'm gonna do with this information. So my advice is really that stick on the plan, believe in the process, and at the end of the day, everything what you do, the information you gain, will be very rewarding at some point. So really stick on your plans. Take advantage of the great opportunities that we have, especially here in Turku, to study great universities and great programs. Also seek experience from abroad as well, whenever the one is available. So definitely those would be my advices for students mainly.
Good. Thank you so much for the discussion. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.